Okay, welcome to the Lawrence College and Career Center. The College and Career Center started with a bond issue in 2013. It was originally planned to be at Holcomb Park, which is just west of here. We passed a bond issue for $92.5 million for the school district. $5 million of that was slated for a new technical education center to expand our application opportunities for students. As the bond issue was getting closer and closer and it looked like it was going to pass, our local Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development group said to us, hey, you guys aren't thinking big enough. And so we agreed, but we had land and we had money, so we said, what are you thinking? And after a number of conversations, they worked out a deal to buy the building that's right next door to us. It's now called Peaslee Tech. They offer courses out there. Some of our students take courses out there, such as construction, HVAC. They also have some night courses for adults as well. So they bought that building with the understanding that by buying that building, they had to donate the land that you're sitting on to the school district, and the school district had to agree to build the College and Career Center there. So that's how we got where we are now. As part of the design process, we had over 50 people involved. That included students, parents, high school teachers, counselors, and administrators, business and industry representatives, universities, and they told us a number of things about the facility. One, they wanted it not to look like a school. It needed to look like college, or it needed to look like business and industry. So as we walk around, we'll talk about some of those things and a little bit how that's impacted our instruction. We're going to head over this way to our forensic science, or our science lab. We do have we have a conference room here. It does have the ability to digitally connect with video to businesses or colleges and other places. So this is our science lab. Sorry, Ms. Haas, we're doing a tour here and we're videoing it. This is our science lab. Originally, we didn't plan on doing science. We had planned on construction, healthcare, information technology, and machine shop. When our construction program moved over to the Peaslee Center, we decided what other things could we do? How could we make use of the square footage? And science, because of the biotech corridor, became a real big one. When we visited other schools, they told us, let's make sure that we don't, that we stay flexible. A traditional high school science room has Bunsen burners and sinks and things like that in it. And so they said that really is inflexible. So if you look around our space here, our sinks are against the wall. That was inspired by visits to Stowers Research Lab in Kansas City and Identigen here. And then our tables are able to be moved up against the walls. So it adds a whole lot more flexibility to the space. We teach forensic science here in the morning and in the afternoon, and Neosho County College teaches a CNA course here in the evenings. So one of the things we have in our building is these key codes. It makes it really nice because we have lots of different people using different rooms. And so that way you just need to change out codes instead of giving new keys. This is our health science lab. The students got to name all of the rooms on their second day of school. They affectionately call this one Grandma's house. This is the kind of equipment that we really can't have at our high schools, and was the idea behind the bond issue and the new space originally. It allows us to have a whole lab. We couldn't have this at the high school. It was inspired by the Neosho County's healthcare lab down in Ottawa, trying to look as much like a real nursing home care facility. Across the way, as you exit, you'll see on your left, right in front of you, on the left side and the right side, there are simulated exam rooms, and that, while they're not yet for programming yet, we can put hospital beds in there, and then we have a space to do observations either into the science lab or into each one of the exam rooms. We also have a full-scale restroom here with shower, tub, toilet, all that, so that we can simulate that environment. That's great for our EMT kids and great for our CNA students as well. Just to give a little idea of how it's not a traditional high school. Oh boy, we can't see it here really very much, but there is a toilet in the middle of the room. That's not something you would normally see in a traditional high school. There's the 2 exam rooms and the observation. So we have lots of different staff here at the College and Career Center. We have staff from Johnson County Community College. We have staff from Neosho County Community College. We have part-time high school staff, and then we have a few members that are full-time here at the College and Career Center. Because we say nobody owns their room and they can change spaces whenever they want, we needed to provide some office space for our teachers, similar to business and industry. It's sort of a hoteling look. We have high desks, a low desk, and then some private offices when you need to make that phone call or need to visit with an individual student. And these are those spaces. Right across is our teacher workroom, copier, break room, those types of things. And so teachers every day will list what courses where their courses are meeting. Those are seen here in our digital signage. It will scroll through, show the rooms, students, you know how this works. And that changes every day, increases the flexibility. It's more like business and industry. So we'll pause here to look at a couple of different classrooms that are very non-traditional. We wanted to have spaces where students could meet in small groups, where they could meet with business and industry reps, and also add some different types of furniture than they're used to seeing. The area right where you came in the doors is sort of a vestibule area, and we set up a couple of different areas for students to work and meet. That's also here along the rail that overlooks the multi-purpose area down there. We have an area that the students have called the tree house. It's a very popular area to have class in, just from the different types of furniture. Students can choose what feels best to them. We also have this area here that we're still defining and letting students put some feel to it, but they did ask that we add some things for fun, such as we have a foosball table and air hockey table. We call that our gym. Also along there are all of our computer carts. We have MacBooks, we have Dells, we have Chromebooks, all for the students to use. They're right next to the elevator, so we can get them easier. All of these spaces we consider classrooms, and teachers can use them in the ways that work best for the instruction they're providing. And then in here, see if we can get some lights on in here. So this is our distance learning classroom. We're still getting the finishing touches put on it. It allows us to use some AV technology. We have microphones and speakers in the ceiling. So if we have a visitor or somebody who we're presenting to in another place and they can't come here, our robotics class, for instance, is talking to somebody in Abu Dhabi who's done some of the technology for robotic window washing. They can connect with that person, use the video camera here. They can either present to them from here or they can have a presentation from here. So it really opens up our classroom beyond just here at 2910 Haskell. We're going to go back down this back stairway and then we'll do the downstairs tour.